Getting denied for a new credit card that you're applying for can be a really upsetting experience and might even leave you a little discouraged whenever you try to apply for something again. And I know this for a fact because on my very first credit card that I ever applied for, I got denied. So in this video, I'm going to be going over 5 reasons why you might have got denied for a new credit card. And then I'll also talk about some ways to avoid getting denied so you won't ever have to worry about this ever again. So if you're applying for a new credit card anytime soon, then make sure to watch this video all the way to the end so that way you don't skip out on any valuable information that can help you out. If you're already subscribed, then welcome back. But if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Ismael Sandiford and you are now watching Just Money, where we talk about financial related topics such as personal and business, credit, real estate, and other financial related topics. So if that's something you're into, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. Okay, so jumping right into it, the first reason why you probably got denied for a new credit card is because your credit score is just simply too low. Usually credit issuers are going to require you to have a 670 credit score or above if you're trying to get approved for a new credit card. However, if you're applying for a credit card that's going to give you super rewarding points or extremely special benefits, then you're going to need a better credit score such as a 700 plus credit score. And even sometimes depending on the credit card, some issuers are going to require a credit score above a 750. And a quick example of what high level tier credit cards are going to be is any of the Chase Sapphire cards, American Express credit cards, and typically most travel credit cards out there. So if you don't have the required credit score needed in order to get approved for the credit card that you're applying for, then this can most definitely lead to you getting denied for that credit card. The good thing about this though is that this isn't really a hard problem to solve. All you simply have to do is just bring your credit score up and then just apply again so that way you can get approved. And the way you would even bring your credit score up is through a few different ways that I'm getting ready to talk about right now. The first and most fastest way to bring your credit score up so that way you can get approved for the credit card that you're applying for is to get added as an authorized user. Getting added as an authorized user will definitely improve your credit score really quick if the person who is adding you has good credit. And how this works is because their credit history then becomes your credit history. And all of their good credit would reflect on your credit as well whenever it gets reported to the 3 major credit bureaus. And those 3 major credit bureaus are going to be known as Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. But another way to bring your credit score up is to lower your credit utilization ratio if you currently have debt. Anything over the 30% credit utilization ratio is going to make you look like a risk to other lenders out there whenever you try to apply for something. And the reason for this being is because you're just simply carrying too much debt for them to take you seriously. So if you were to lower your debt and keep your credit utilization ratio under a 30%, then your chances of getting approved for a new credit card are most definitely going to be higher. Because for those that don't know, 30% of your credit score is going to come from amount owed, aka your credit utilization ratio. So the more debt that you owe on credit cards, then the lower your credit score is going to be. But the less you owe on credit cards, then the higher your credit score will be. So just make sure to not have too much debt on your guys' credit cards and always pay your credit cards on time. Because if you miss a credit card payment, then your credit score is going to be affected severely bad. And the reason for this being is because 35% of your credit score comes from on-time payments. So if you have high balances on your credit cards and you missed a payment, then this is going to drop your credit score significantly, probably by over 100 points to be honest. Because if you combine payment history and amount owed, that's going to be 65% of your credit score, more than half of your credit score. So if you miss those 2 top things, that is not going to be a good look for you. I made a full in-depth video not too long ago explaining the whole credit chart and how it works and how to even boost your credit score by 100 points fast. So if you guys want to watch that video, then just feel free to browse my YouTube channel or hit the link in the description below. I'll link it down for you guys. I super highly recommend that you guys watch that video, like for real. But anyways, moving on to our second reason now of why you probably got denied for a new credit card. The second reason why you probably got denied for a new credit card is because of insufficient income. Credit issuers need to make sure that you have enough income to make the required payments for the credit card that you are currently applying for. So if you don't have enough income to make the required payments, then more than likely you're going to get denied. So just make sure whenever you apply for a new credit card, make sure to list all your sources of income for best chances of approval. So for example, if you have a part-time job or even a seasonal job, then I would definitely list that as well. Or even if you got dividends coming in every month, make sure you list everything. Even if you're on public assistance or some kind of shared income that's coming into your account, include literally everything. And that right there is going to get you approved versus getting denied. Another thing you can do though to boost your income is just try to find a new job that pays more. I know it's easier said than done, but if you manage to do this, then you'll for sure get approved for a new credit card with a high credit limit as well. But moving on to our third reason now of why you got denied for a new credit card. The third reason why you probably got denied for a new credit card is because your credit is just simply frozen. If you recently froze your credit, then no lenders out there are going to have access to your credit report to check what your credit score is. So before you even think about submitting an application for a new credit card, check if your credit is unfrozen first. This literally happened to me last year when I got denied for one of my American Express business credit cards that I tried to apply for. So this does actually happen to people. I didn't know why I got denied at the time being, but then I remembered I forgot to unlock my credit. So I had to wait a whole nother 30 days just to apply for this credit card again, just because of that simple mistake that I made. But when I ended up applying for the credit card again, 30 days later, I ended up getting approved for it. So again, make sure that your credit is unlocked before applying, and then once you're approved or denied, then you can go ahead and lock it again. And the reason why you would even want to lock your credit in the first place is just to protect you from any kind of fraud, just in case anything fishy has been going on in your life lately. And a quick example of that is going to be stuff like identity theft or fraud. So if you feel like you're experiencing any of this, then I would highly recommend you guys to start locking your credit if you think you may have been compromised. But moving on to the fourth reason now of why you probably got denied for a new credit card. The fourth reason why you probably got denied for a new credit card is because you simply have too many hard inquiries on your credit profile. If you have a lot of hard inquiries on your credit report, credit card issuers are going to hesitate to approve your application, especially if you have too many hard inquiries within a short amount of time. Because if you recently submitted way too many credit card applications, lenders out there are going to think your financial circumstances have changed for the worse. Because what the lenders are thinking in their head is, why is this person applying for too many credit applications? This person might need it really bad because he or she might be going through some kind of financial hardship at the moment. And ladies and gentlemen, this is going to cause red flags. So just try to not apply for too many things within a short amount of time, so that way you can limit the inquiries that you have on your credit profile. Because those hard inquiries are going to stay on your credit profile for about 2 years until they get removed. So for future circumstances, I would recommend waiting every 6 months to apply for a new credit card, so that way you can limit the hard inquiries you have on your credit profile. And you might have hard inquiries on your credit profile from credit cards you didn't even get approved for, so one tip I would recommend doing is getting pre-qualified for the credit card before you apply for it. If you do this, it's going to be considered a soft inquiry, which will not affect your credit score. And you'll actually know if you're pre-approved for the card versus just going in blindly and not knowing. So use a pre-qualification tool before you apply if that's currently an option for you. But the last reason, the fifth reason why you probably got denied for a new credit card is because you probably have a negative credit history. Having certain items on your credit report is definitely going to make it difficult for you whenever you're trying to apply for new credit. If you recently had late payments, charge-off, collections, bankruptcies, and stuff of that nature, then you're probably going to get denied. Because all of those things that I just mentioned are different types of derogatory items that are significantly going to hurt your credit card approval odds. So depending on the credit card issuer, you might need to wait 6 or 12 months or sometimes even over a year to get that derogatory item off of your credit report. But one tip I do want to give you guys, if there is an incorrect negative item on your credit report, then you can definitely dispute that. And if you manage to dispute those bad items, then your credit report is going to start looking healthy again. But honestly, you would want to avoid being in this situation in the first place, so just make sure to make all your payments on time and be responsible. Now, there are plenty of other reasons why you probably got denied for a new credit card, but in order to keep this video short, I named only the top few that I feel are most important and most common. So maybe I'll do a sequel to this video sometime in the future. Just make sure that you guys stay subscribed so that way you don't miss it. But those are going to be the top 5 reasons why you probably got denied for a new credit card. So if you recently got denied for a new credit card and now you're feeling kind of discouraged, please don't feel that way, because this has literally happened to almost all of us, even me. Just make sure to stay on top of your game next time and take all of this info that I said in this video and apply it to your guys' lives. But let me know in the comments, what was your first credit card that you got denied for? I would like to know. Me personally, my first credit card that I ever got denied for was a Best Buy credit card, and I can rest you assured I did not feel good about it at all. But it's okay, because fast forward, I ended up getting approved for it like about, I think, a year or 2 later, and they actually gave me a pretty decent high credit limit. They gave me a $5,000 credit limit on my Best Buy credit card, and that might have been my second credit card that I've ever owned. But anyways, real quick before I end this video, I do offer one-on-one consultations. The link will always be in the description below. But if you guys made it to the end of the video, we are at 30,905 subscribers at the time of this recording, so I do appreciate all who watch. I do post weekly videos for those that don't know, and if you guys haven't yet already, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't yet already, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that way you guys get notified every time I post a new video. And again, we talk about personal and business credit, real estate, and other financial related topics, so if that's something you're into, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. We talk about how to get high limits on your guys' credit cards, we talk about how to boost your personal credit, how to obtain business credit, we talk about real estate, we talk about mortgage loan programs, we talk about all that. So this is your one-stop shop. And for those that don't know, I'm a licensed real estate agent, a realtor, and I'm also a licensed mortgage loan originator as well. So if you guys have any questions or concerns in regards to real estate, all my information will always be in the description below. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.